So this is actually part of what we want to do. We have achieved in grouping the members per department. Next, we want to show that data on a form. So when I create a blank form and I want to change to design view, you realize that on the field list we are only shown the tables, but the query is missing. So if I want to take department ID, drag it to the form, department name, drag it to the form, I cannot drag actually the field of count, which I wanted it to be the third one on this place. First of all, let's arrange this. The best way to arrange this work without actually going down to pulling one left, pulling another one right and all that, you select everything you want to arrange, go to arrange, click stacked. Then they'll all be together, so we carry them together to the place that we want, just like that. Okay, if you want to change the size, just pull it a little bit, it will go. If you want to change this side, pull it a little bit, it will go. Okay, now we need to add here another text box to show us the count, so that when we turn back to this other view, we see that department ID is 1, department name is marketing. Then we want to see the count of staff members here on all these departments we are seeing up there. Okay, that's what we are going to do. We're going to turn back to the design view, and this is how we will handle it. We'll first of all draw a text box, and because we had already arranged this work here, what we have to do here is just to select the new items that we want to add on that list and take it there to a point where you see that line crossing. There is the line, no line. Line is there, no line. So when you see the line, release it so that it's added onto that, so that I don't have to use much more time in arranging that data. Okay, I'll give it a good name here as usual. The name will be staff count, like that. Okay, now when we turn back to the form view, the staff count but is actually showing nothing. This is because it doesn't actually know what to show. Okay, now here is where we're going to employ one of the most powerful tools in Access programming called the lookup. Okay, each control on a form gets data from somewhere. If it doesn't have data, it will be given the name unbound. It is not bound to any data like this one. But you see department ID, when you come to this side, you'll see that it's bound to this place. Department name is bound to department name. This depth name, as it looks like, is actually what we wrote on the members on the department's table here, depth name and depth ID. That is what it's bound at here. So we want to add a bound to this one, but in a rather different way. First of all, ensure that you are on data, because we want to add data. Then come to control source. Do not click this button, you won't find what you want here. Click the other one, and when an expression builder jumps up, we are going to the functions, built-in functions, then looking for the lookup. As you can see, we have so many functions around here, so many functions that can you make your work lighter. But today we just want to look at one of them, lookup. As you see, when I click on any function, there is a help here that tells me what to expect there. If I can assist you a bit, the expression is what you want to show on this text box. The domain is where you want to find. For our case, the expression is the word count that we wrote on the query department count. The domain is actually where is that data. It is at query department count. So domain is query department count. The criteria is how does it find the data. Do you have to filter? Which is yes. We want it to find on query department count the same ID as this depth ID. If you are not sure on what is actually what fields are actually on this departmental count, you can find it here. For example, let's start now. We'll start by double clicking on VLOOKUP. It gives up the whole expression here. So we start by here. Expression, I've said, is what we want to bring here. I'll go down to queries because we're dealing with this query. Click on that query so that I can see the field list. So the expression we want to bring is called count. I'll click there, open bracket, open the square bracket, okay, and write there count and close the two. Okay, first of all, we put on the square bracket everything that is a field. Okay, and this small as in marks here just tell the computer that whatever we are dealing with is at the database side, is at the tables, is not on